Hello guys, now in today's video I'm going to talk about not just a tier list, it's going to be a reroll tier list. Who to reroll for, which are the characters that are most important to start the game, I feel like in a decent way, okay? And what everyone is talking about and why as well, okay? So first of all, keep in mind you will be getting one copy of almost every character, especially the A rank, for free just by playing the game and logging in, okay? On top of the multiple pulls that you will get, you're gonna have most of the characters, okay? But if you want to start with a specific character, so at least you have one copy, you can at least you have one, right? Now the characters that are more worth to reroll for are definitely Thoran. We're getting into Thoran. Thoran is it was good in AFK Arena as well. So Journey, still good, one of the best tank, if not the best tank in the game. Doesn't die once, so you can cheat. You can cheat once, even on the Dream boss. So this is definitely a character you really want to start with. You want him to be as high as possible, as quickly as possible in rarity as well. So by having one copy, that's going to be good. Now let's move on with one of my favorite DPSs, Cecia. Now she's really good. She's kind of tanky. She's low, but she summons. She's ranged, and she summons a golem with their ult, which counts as another unit. So it's basically you can easily do a 6 versus 5. She's gonna help you tremendously. Same as Thoran in early game, mid game, and end game. She falls off a little bit, of course, but just because she's low. So if you have other characters increase her attack speed or haste, she's gonna do. She's gonna be just fine. Okay, and on. During some dream bosses, of course, it's not the best choice, especially those bosses that remove the ability to ult or they slow you down, so you really don't want to use a character like that. But besides those, which is like one boss, the others, you're gonna do just fine. Now, so these two are one of the best units that you should be rerolling for, okay? And then we have Odi. Odi is another really good unit, but I wouldn't put it on S, okay? Those are probably my most favorite one. It's probably like an A unit. Like I wouldn't necessarily reroll for Odi. You need like a lot of copies as well to actually make a difference with Odi. Odi is going to be really good by default, but you want to focus on him a lot. So, you know, it's not the same tier as the other characters in my opinion. It's really good also in PvP. He has poison, he shoots many times, it's not really reliant on ulting, it just shoots without caring, right? So this is definitely a character that you will want to pull, but reroll for it, probably not, okay? But if you want, if you like him, you can. Now another character that I'm going to put on S is Smokey. Now Smokey is a healer. It's a really good healer, and I feel like I prefer him. I prefer him more than Hewin. Hewin is going to be tier 4, but Hewin is good, right? Don't get me wrong, but Smokey also gives you haste and attack speed. So now his healing area is not room wide, it's not arena wide like Hewin, but he also gives you stats, while Hewin just heals. So if for whatever reason she gets stunned or she gets targeted by like another unit that like stuns her or kills her immediately or snipes her, let's say for example Vala, if Vala is killing Hewin, then it's like you're not gonna heal and you're gonna die, okay? So at least Smokey gives everybody else a lot of sustain and attack and haste, so that's really good for a healer. I like when healer don't just heal, they do something else as well, okay? So that's really important. Then we have another unit that is like a lot of people neglect, but I think it's like a really good unit. Also Hewin, I'm gonna, if you want, you can reroll for her, but I don't know. I feel like Hewin is kind of you will get Hewin. You don't focus reroll on Hewin, right? So the grandma here, it's a really good unit, but I wouldn't reroll for these, to be honest. So the best character is probably those three. I would start with Thoran and then Cecia and then Smokey if you want. And maybe you can try to get 2. Otherwise, you don't really necessarily have to reroll, okay? So the other characters are pretty much these I would reroll for. The other characters, okay, is Odi and the Grandma. The Grandma is a tank. She can heal herself, she ensnare people, she's really tanky, and I believe she also gives a little bit of shielding, but I'm not too super sure. It might be just the X weapon. Now, Other characters that are worth mentioning, but I wouldn't reroll necessarily for them. I mean, obviously, let's include this one as well. If you for some reason are willing to reroll for Vala and try to get Vala as quickly as possible, of course, this is an S tier character, and I would put her maybe here, or maybe like before everybody else, if you actually want to do that. But the only way for you, if you're not paying, if you're free to play, the only way for you to get the red envelopes for her is to convert the diamonds. So I don't know how fast you can get all the diamonds. It's not really a reroll. At that point, if you're actually playing the game, you don't get a lot of diamonds instantly. You get the envelopes instead, right? So you're gonna have to play the game a little bit. But if you, for whatever reason, you're wondering where is Vala, Vala is S tier, obviously. Now the other characters, I really don't think you should care too much about them. Definitely not re-roll for them. That's what I'm saying. You might argue that you like Brutus, but I don't like Brutus because besides his invulnerability, the moment he stops being invulnerable, he dies immediately. So, you know, it's going to be a little weird. The other characters are definitely not worth re-rolling for. So I'm just going to stop here because I think those are the characters that are most worth re-rolling for. The other characters are really not worth. Like you will get them anyway. That's what I'm saying. Like try to be like the same mind, right? That's what I think. So Thoran first, Cecia if you like her as first, and then Thoran. Smokey if you really want to heal her as quickly as possible. Vala if you're the range that you want to do that. Odi maybe as a side, right? And like the granny tank as a side. If you pick up Cecia, maybe you're hoping for Odi or the grandma as well, or Smokey. You can probably try to do a double of these, right? Any assortment of these will work. As well, like besides 2 tanks or 2 healers. I mean, 2 tanks is fine. 2 healers is a little weird. Okay, so keep that in mind. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.